All right, class, we're still talking about the future. We're on 6.6. We're on page 146. Okay? The future with clauses and if clause. Right? A clause is a group of words that has a subject and a verb. Okay? Some sentences have only one clause. It's just saying it only has one group, right? She speaks Spanish. So to make this a clause, it must have a subject. She. This is my subject. And then it must have a verb to be a clause. It's a verb. Remember, in a sentence, this is my object, because I've been teaching subject, verb, object. But when they talk about just a group, a group together, they call it a clause. It for sure must have a subject and a verb. Some do not have an object, right? Let's find one that doesn't have an object. When you answer questions, right? Do you like this? Okay, so let me give you a perfect example of not having an object. So I will use a question. Do you like pizza? You could say, I've been teaching you, a lot of times the book will teach you the answer, right? You'll say, yes, I do. Okay? There is no object. Do you like pizza? You don't even have to say yes. Here's your whole sentence. Do you like pizza? I do. That's it. Do you like pizza? I don't. So you don't even have, well, in the book we're learning, but you don't have to have yes or no. Okay, the answer will say yes or no. So the clause just has the subject and the verb. Do you like pizza? I do. Do you like pizza? I don't. This clause is a complete sentence. I have, sorry, that's so loud. I have a subject and a verb. Done. It's a sentence. So, a clause is a group of words that has the subject and a verb. That's the clause. So we're going to talk about clauses. She found a good job. As long as you have a subject and a verb, it's a clause. Most sentences, remember your English will grow, subject, verb, and then it will have an object. Okay? So we're going to learn about if. Okay? Let me rewrite my if over here. So this one has two clauses. Okay? Here, sorry, this is always so loud, but remember, I just need a subject and I just need a verb to be a clause. So sometimes you have two clauses with the word if. Okay, because it's future. If you go. So here is my subject, here is my verb. If you go to Mars, you won't come back. Subject, verb, right? You won't. This means will not. You will not come back. When you put two clauses to make the sentence, you will have if, comma. If you go to Mars, so I'm just going to erase this so it's not too much to look at. So we'll just make it look prettier. So if you go to Mars, comma, you won't come back. Two puzzles, two pieces. You can also switch them. You won't come back if you go to Mars. If you put if in the middle, you do not need a comma. So no comma. If you put if at the beginning, if you go to Mars, comma, you won't come back. So these two sentences are saying the same thing. It's talking about the future. So in Spanish, English, or Chinese, you say these sentences in your language. You may tell your son or daughter, you would say, if you study, right? If you study hard, because we say that in English. If you study hard, you'll get a good job. So here's my two pieces, right? If you study hard, comma, you'll get a good job. So I'm telling you what you're going to do right now, present tense. If you study hard, present tense, present simple. Second clause is the future. You'll get a good job. Present tense. If you go to Mars, right now. If you go, simple present. Then the future, you won't come back. So we'll do another one. She'll get married if he asks her. No comma. So, future tense. She'll get married. No comma. She'll get married if he asks her. So, if he asks her, she'll get married. So, this is my future. So, this is the future clause, because clause is a group. So, this is my future clause. It just means group together. This is my present simple. How do I know it's simple? Because he asks, so it changes. He asks her. It's just simple present. All right, we'll get to practicing.